Now to the two other rulings. The judge really ruled that transgender people had to be allowed to serve in the military by quoting the piece of the Constitution that says, all people are created equally. But the military implements physical standards, which are inherently discriminatory in a sense. You cannot be allowed if you're not strong enough, or not fast enough, or you have flat feet. There are a variety of reasons that prohibit people from serving in the military, and none of them are discriminatory in the sense they all have to do with meeting a certain physical and mental standard that is required of somebody serving in combat. So when they ban trans people from serving, it's not because they're banning them just for being trans, it's banning them because they have an inherent mental issue. They're banning them because cross-hormone treatment leads to weaker bones, more medical conditions that arise. Trans surgeries create a reliance on expensive and consistent medical treatment. Why in the world would the military allow people to join the army that are mentally unfit, they're physically unfit, and they're a medical liability that has to be maintained? So again, these federal judges are overstepping their authority by now trying to dictate what the military can and can't do in regards to its standards. And the second one, they're trying to mandate that the federal government isn't allowed to fire employees, that the executive branch isn't allowed to reduce the size of the workforce, and it's actually just up to some random district court judge. And there's nothing that says they can't cut a large chunk of the workforce if they feel it's redundant or ineffective. It's funny because the Democrats are trying to frame the judicial branch as this ultimate decision maker, an inherent uncorruptible good. But they never stop to think for a second, what if the judicial branch is acting unconstitutionally? We know Congress can impeach a president. We know a president can veto the bills from Congress, but no one ever talks about what checks and balances there are on the judicial branch. The Colorado Supreme Court voted to keep Donald Trump off of the ballot unconstitutionally, and it had to wait to go up to the Supreme Court to get overturned. So judges can overstep their authority all the time. And if the remedy is we just have to sit back and wait until it works its way up to the Supreme Court, that just gives unlimited power to as many activist judges who want to issue an unconstitutional ruling and grind the federal government to a halt. It's almost like these Democrat activist judges are trying to overstep in the largest, most egregious ways possible, just so Donald Trump fulfills his constitutional obligation and ignores their ruling. Then the Democrats can turn around and say, oh my God, constitutional crisis, look, he defied a ruling, even though they know their ruling has no constitutional grounds in the first place.